If all the shamans, clergy, and believers of your country were to gather in a united, deepest, and most sincere prayer, they would not be able to keep even a leaf from falling from a tree when its time comes. Their prayer would lack the strength to prevent the natural fall of a simple leaf. However, even one little girl with a drop of glue could quickly resolve this issue. This is science. The time for science has come, not medieval superstitions. Science is the only path to survival, and we have only a few years left to find a scientific solution to the global climate problem. The real way to address the climate crisis is to establish an international moratorium on wars and the production and use of any type of weaponry for a minimum of 100 years. Create conditions where no country would even consider attacking another. Despite Russia being mired in fascism and reviving Nazism, and my country, the USA, on the brink of civil war, I still say we need to sit down at the negotiation table. Because if we do not, there will be no Russia, no America, no one. It is time to heed common sense and temper our ambitions. And then perhaps, Mr. Putin, the prophecy that you will become the savior of the world, or at least of Russia, might come true. In today's reality, I am unsure if you can save Russia, but to destroy it through the resurgence of Nazism happening before your eyes is very likely. Whether you will save the world is questionable, but that you are already destroying it is a fact. To end all wars and political and economic disputes at the global level, we need the political will of a strong world leader. That requires your will, Mr. Putin, your participation, and your rational acceptance of the situation. For this, you need to look at what is happening directly without distortions as a wise and independent person. However, is this even possible while you remain under the spell of those playing their own game behind your back? I want to believe that your sharp mind and intellect have not allowed you to completely dissolve under their lulling sweet words. I believe that deep down you remain an officer, that you can pull yourself together, grasp the severity and tragedy of what is happening, and bring the situation back under your conscious control. If you miss this chance now and allow Nazism to completely take over your entire country, there will be no turning back, and a grim end awaits us all. Mr. Putin, I am sure you know you are as mortal as the rest of us. You face health problems just like each of us. The difference is that you also bear the responsibility for a vast country and its millions of inhabitants. Remember your responsibility to the people. Remember your family and loved ones. Think of your father, of the fathers and grandfathers of your nation who shed their blood fighting fascism. What a disgrace that under your leadership, the inhumane ideology they eradicated at the cost of their lives is now rising again. Your church advisors, preaching Nazi ideology, are instilling in you illusions that people will remember you forever. Open your eyes, for heaven's sakes. What kind of eternal remembrance can there be if at the current rate of climate deterioration, Russia may not even exist 5 to 6 years from now? After that period, there will be no one left to remember you. And the words with which you will be remembered before that fatal moment are not hard to predict. You will be cursed and hated. How else can people who endure horrific suffering, death, and destruction because of you remember you? You will be cursed by everyone, from the hard-working ordinary Russian to the elite, your former friends, close ones, and family. Everyone. I'll go even further. Even this year, masses of curses from people affected by the climate have been directed your very way. Not at the priest or those building Nazism behind your back, but at you. Because in Russia, power is associated with only one person, and that person is you, Mr. Putin. Therefore, in the eyes of the people, you are solely responsible for everything that happens, in your country. We are well aware of the specifics of the Russian mentality. We have studied it for a long time, and you yourself know it well. A distinctive feature of your nation is that its people can love deeply and sincerely. Still, with the same intensity, they can hate. When your people realize who is causing them such horrific suffering, they will ceaselessly curse you, Mr. Putin. Your language has an expression, I believe, raised on pitchforks. I think you understand what I mean. Therefore, ask yourself, have you indeed decided to reap the laurels of Stalin and Hitler combined, or do you wish to benefit your people and the world? If the current trajectory of events is not altered, given the escalating climate situation, you will soon lose both your wealth and power. You will lose everything. But what's worse, you will lose all respect. You will be a curse not only to Russia, but to the entire world. And even if you wish to be remembered as another Hitler, know that this scenario, there will be no one left to remember you. And to prevent the catastrophic scenario of future events, there is only one way: your participation in creating conditions to address the climate crisis on a global level. And to make this possible, it is first necessary to eradicate Nazism in your country and restore the democracy you profess to value so highly.